Welcome, nuclear survivors, to the Diamond City Podcast. What's up, fellow Wasteland survivors? This is Drew.
This is Jason.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lewis.
Welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it is. Y'all saved up your stim packs, right?
I got at least one.
I think I'm out.
Get that right away.
I got overabundance of that stuff. I keep finding it. I don't know why. Like I almost never use it, but I keep finding it. Fuck.
Sell it
Yeah.
for caps.
Oh, okay. I should.
Yeah.
Once I remember, I
He
put the
needs
stash.
some.
I stay in the vault. I don't need right away.
So, we have officially finished the Fallout series.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay. Sad. It's over.
Have to
Well,
wait
up
till-
until season 2.
We have season 2 coming.
I know, but fuck. I don't want to wait 2 years. Come on, we waited 20
Yeah,
years. We got this.
2025.
Oh. Oh, wait.
2026.
Or 26. Wait, when is it?
2026.
That's what I thought. I'm still stuck in 23. I really am.
What is up with shows taking so long to do a season now?
It's true. I used to.
They
Used to be
used to
quicker.
push them out.
Yeah.
I think they're really focusing on the quality, though. Because I think we all know what happened during COVID with quality.
It went downhill.
Nothing was put out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're used to waiting, so let's make it better.
Well, also don't forget it was, there's still a lot of stuff is still delayed thanks to that whole strike we had the other year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
That's
You know, when
true.
first we had the writers and
The
then
writers
the
and then
actor
the actors.
strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still facing the backlash and playing.
There's Wild Wayland in the background.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's fighting a death claw.
We know he'll win. He always does.
Season 1,
Amazing.
episode 7 was interesting.
Was it?
Yes.
It was. It was.
It was
It was
definitely interesting.
Oh, it was interesting.
That it was.
See, now I'm thinking of the season as a whole, so now it's really hard for me to pinpoint episodes
I know,
now.
because certain things kind of blended together.
They
and they're like,
Yeah, I'm
Dude.
trying to remember the.
is that the...
So what did you find interesting about it, Lewis?
One of the first things was Thaddeus.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
called that.
Still with the head.
I called that, yeah.
And the fucked up. Oh, his poor fucking
His foot.
foot.
Yeah,
His
from
foot.
I
that
thought he
fight.
landed on his ankle, not
And
his
that's
actual
from that
foot.
fight, right? He
Yeah.
got stomped on, yeah.
Did
And
anyone,
then
did anyone like the Fallout 4 reference in that episode?
I can't really say that I know
Where
what-
do you find dog meat in Fallout 4?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
when he
puts
put
in
him
the cooler
inside
at
the Red Rocket,
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Red Rocket.
It was
That was a Red
No,
Rocket gas
it,
station.
it was a Nuka-Cola machine that he put him in.
in a
At
Red
the Red
Rocket
Rocket.
station.
At the Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't put him in the Red Rocket. That
No,
would
he
have been
put him in the
Yeah, he
thing.
did put him in the
He's
cooler.
And I
like,
was the one that
"Look,
mentioned
you
that,
have a little
too.
window."
It spaced me.
Yeah.
I was the one that brought that up, yeah.
She's like, isn't that where you find dog meat in the game? Yep. Sure is.
Like he's like, hey, you even got a little window.
Yeah.
And he opens up again. You can breathe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we still don't really know where dog meat comes from in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
He just is there.
But
He's the best boy.
Now here's the thing. I know that they. Wait. Yeah. When he gets the injection from the dude, was that a ghoulification or is that a super mutant thing?
I think it's a
Yeah,
glorification.
Ghoulification.
But it was definitely based on the FEV though,
Yeah.
because you get usually radiation. Well, no, I think
That madman medicine man
Yeah.
definitely ghoulified him.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, the
'Cause
West Tech did
Ma-
mention.
who Max wasn't it? I think you're a ghoul, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Maximus that said it. Dude, you became a ghoul because he got shot
Yeah,
through
he
the
got
neck.
shot
And like,
through the air. How
why
I
am I
still
not
alive?
dead?
Yeah.
So
he pulls it back out, and they're like, oh, and it just heals up. But that's something that, you know, the suit mutants could do too, because that was one of the things. They were supposed to have high.
Healing powers.
Thank you.
But he was ghoulified.
This battle with the Deathclaw is intense. Sorry.
But and then Lucy and Maximus. They didn't talk about having sex anymore. But they get thrown out of Vault 4.
Let her go. How do you like that? How do you like that?
Good Lord.
That was hilarious.
We're punishing you with
2 weeks worth of supplies.
I know.
And don't worry, somebody will help carry you out the exits.
It was 200-year-old food, though.
But
Ugh.
it was preserved,
But
so
it
it
was
was good.
preservatives, yeah.
I don't care.
And then
But you
Maximus
want-
comes running in there, let her go, and whooping everyone's ass.
I
And
know.
she's like, no,
They're letting me
Maximus,
go. They're
stop.
letting me go.
What? They're letting me go. Oh,
Oops.
drops the dude he's holding. My bad. Sorry.
You would have thought the way they were doing it first that the overseer was going to have her killed.
I thought he was going to behead her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that.
And then
He was
starts
sharpening
sawing
the
the
blade.
blade.
He's just like,
Here, have that sharpened
she's
for
like
me.
trying to chew her way out.
Yeah.
She's freaking out, yeah, and then he just
And we're summoning you to
Banishment.
to the surface.
And they're like, wait, what?
Perfect.
And everybody's like, woo, yeah.
Yeah.
She's over there. Are you sitting? And then he's over there, starts sawing away, and it's just like, still looking at him like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
And here's
Sorry.
2 weeks supplies. The fuck?
Some Nuka-Cola.
I love it too. Is after he cuts through it and hands it over there, someone else comes over and unlocks the things. She's just over there, just taking them off and thinking, wait, if they were just going to go and use a key, what was with the whole?
I know, right? Why
sword
did he have
thing?
that freaking sword?
She was about to ask him too. You know, what was with this whole thing? Justice Maximus comes running in as her knight in shining armor. It's like, oh god, no, Maximus.
He even destroyed the supplies.
I know. It's
I
the
was like,
one
"You
dude on
destroyed the
top. It's like,
supplies."
You see
there
the
went
Nuka-Cola
supplies.
machine?
Yeah.
It's like you stole their fusion core.
Yeah.
Like, well, I need it for the suit.
Which he gives the
He gives
core
it,
back
yeah, and you hear,
after they
Thank
at
you.
the top of the surface again.
yeah, from the trap door they went. Because I was wondering, you know, if the lady got kicked out of the door, how are they gonna get back this thing since you just convinced her to give it up? And then you see it.
Yeah, he does.
But
Thank you.
what kept it from exploding though?
The way it's designed. It's designed to be able to be dropped without exploding.
I didn't know they could do that with glass.
It wasn't glass; it was made of metal.
There was a glass part where you could see the.
Oh yeah. Well, it's impact-resistant glass.
Apparently, they made glass better in the 50s than they do
Yeah.
now
Oh, yeah.
with cell phones.
Remember, their aesthetic is 1950s, but they are actually 2250s or 2050s. 100 years. So yeah, naturally, the aesthetic didn't change for 100 years, but the technology did. So granted, yeah, they would have still gone and made the improvements. And what the hell are you doing?
I think
over
he's
there?
trying to get us some feedback.
He's fighting the Deathclaw.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's beating the shit out of it. It's a melee run, I guess.
So they get thrown out of the vault after Lucy discovers what's on level 12.
Yeah.
Why level 12?
Why can't we be on level 12?
Yeah, and all it was they were just trying to hide that piece of their dark past. They were trying to figure out ways to undo it. She thought they were continuing the experiment, but no, they were trying to undo the experiment. That's why they were, frozen and everything. They were trying to, keep the procedure from continuing on until they could find a way to reverse it. Which, I mean, you bring people in the vault, you tell them don't go to this one. Human curiosity is going to bring people down there.
Oh,
Just be upfront about
that's
it.
the one
tell 'em-
floor you're going to be like, oh, well, remember, don't go to level 12. Level 12. I wonder what's on level 12.
Especially when
hey, we should go to level 12.
Especially when the overseer asks, so what was your experiment? As a fellow vault dweller, what was your experiment?
We didn't have one.
Yeah, most normal people, he should have known, most normal people don't know it. Only the overseer knows it because they're the ones that are let in on it 9 times out of 10. There are a few where the overseer didn't even know. But that's very rare that happens.
Yeah.
I think the one vault 114 was going to be where the overseer didn't know about the whole that this poor guy was going to be in charge of all the rich dudes. That one they weren't going to let the overseer know at all about. So that would have been the only one if it would have gone through, would have actually worked or been finished. That was the only one in which the overseer was not going to know. But usually the overseer always knows. So he should have known. Lucy's not an overseer. She's not going to know what the experiment was.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be upfront and honest. If you stop the experiment at your own vault, be upfront with the others. Let them know, hey, this experiment they did on us. I don't know if you noticed anything weird at your place, but you were probably experimented upon. But we don't go to this level because it brings back to my memories of our experiment. Human curiosity would have been dashed right there. Because seriously, if I would have heard, hey, don't go 12, I want to go 12.
Yeah.
That's where our dark secrets are. I really want to go. They experimented on us and made us give birth to hybrids. I don't want to know. Never mind, my curiosity's dashed. Now I know what it was. Moving on. Give me those pink fluffy slippers, please. Do you have any bunnies?
Maximus and those slippers.
Oh, Jesus,
Oh my God.
After that shower.
And
he's
that
like,
robe.
and smelling the soap.
You want to have sex now? I'm comfortable. Look at the robe. Look at he's eating popcorn.
Yeah, hey, the thing about the sex, is that still on the table?
Yeah.
I just love that. The whole sex thing, is that still on the table?
But back to Thaddeus for a moment. After Lucy and Max leave the thing and they're looking for the head still,
Following our tracer, yep.
Thaddeus sees Lucy and Max coming. And he tries to fire at him. He missed every freaking time.
He's
Oh, yeah.
worse than a
Oh.
stormtrooper.
When he made it through the radio station, to actually call up the Brotherhood, yeah, and I'm surprised you got the. I see you really well defended with all those traps.
I
and
know, the booby
practically
traps.
everybody was decapitated and everything. Yeah, then here they come, and oh no, and just fires, and they're just like
He couldn't hit the
Broadside
side
of a
the
barn.
they were less than 10 feet away too. That's the worst part.
And he was using a perfect weapon for close range.
Yeah,
But he was a ghoul by then.
which he didn't even know until he got shot in the neck from that one booby trap that
Yeah.
apparently
Yeah.
he missed.
Crossbow, yeah.
He got crossbow right through the neck. And
Why
I'm
am I
like,
not
why
dead?
am I not dead?
And then he pulls the thing out.
Oh.
Oh.
And we watched it all heal, and it's like, Thaddeus, I think you're a ghoul. Oh, God, what am I going to do? Brother's going to kill me. Thaddeus, give us the head, all right? And then just go. We'll tell him you weren't here. You were killed off somewheres. It'll be fine. He goes, you do that for me? It's like, yeah, it's kind of my way of apologizing for this.
And then Thaddeus runs away.
And that's the last we hear of that.
Right now, yeah. But the thing is, though, is we know that he was ghoulified, which we know from the games there's only 2 ways that can happen. Either A, exposed to highly concentrated radiation in massive doses, or B, it was one of the byproducts from the FEV in their initial stages. Initially, people were ghoulified before they became super mutants. Westech was, changing up the formula to do the actual super mutant thing, but in their initial testing, they did end up ghoulifying people. So right now, we're not sure,
Which way he's going to go.
Right. He could, and also Swan from Fallout 4.
Yep.
He started out, he still stayed human. His regeneration abilities got a little bit better, and his intellect shot up before his body started to mutate and his brain went down the toilet. So
Yeah, basically hard reversed.
definitely seems like he got injected with FEV, but we're
But
still
no,
not.
he wasn't injected.
Well, he inhaled it.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Okay, with FEV, you can either be dunked, injected, or inhale.
Because an injection, I would be going like this to you. Boom. Ah, shit. But speaking of the ghouls, the ghoul
Ah, yes.
goes to the red rocket that Thaddeus was at before he,
Because he's following the blood trail.
because he's following the blood trail or whatever he's following. And the ghoul was kind. He found Dog 4, otherwise known as Dog Meat, in the Nuka-Cola machine
And pull him out.
and pulled him out and
Everyone's
took him with him.
Yeah, let's go find your dad.
Yeah, because he had a feeling that eventually either he's going to find a dead corpse that's bleeding out all over the place and the head, or this guy's probably going to get fixed up and he's going to lose his blood trail. And he already knows that dog meat can track the head and whoever's got it. So, actually, yeah, he's definitely going to take a long dog meat. I think actually the ghoul was the first one that actually called him dog meat, wasn't he? They did mention dog meat's name in the show, and I believe it was
The ghoul.
the ghoul. He was the first one to actually go and identify that was, in fact, dog meat. It took all the way to almost the fucking end of the goddamn season, but we finally all now know that is definitely dog meat.
Yeah.
Because no one else would call the dog by any kind of name. They would just be like, here, boy, come on,
Yeah.
let's go. Yeah, it's like,
And the ghoul was kind of evil at the beginning of it too, when he went to the lead miners and he found the note on one of the miners' sons.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty.
yeah, it's like, by the time I got to him, it came a little hard to read, and he holds up the bloody
Yeah, the
note
bloody
with a
note.
hole right in the middle of
Yeah.
it.
And then he just the kid says he won't tell anybody that the ghoul is there.
And won't tell him that he's on the way. But then he starts eyeing the gun next to him and he's like, tell me something, boy. You going to do the am I going to walk out of here, or are you going to try and pull a gun on me? And at first,
Before the kid could do anything, though, the ghoul shot him
Yeah.
to death.
no, he did. He raised his hand
charged
up.
for the gun.
He did. He took half a step and raised his hand up towards the gun, and the ghoul just, bam, blew him away. At first, I thought when he shot him, he just shot him in the arm.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bit of a warning, like, hey, you don't want to fuck with me. I'm too fast for you. But then we see when, the father's coddling him that it was actually right in his chest. Honestly, though, I thought, okay, yeah, he killed the brother, but I thought maybe he would at least leave the other son alone since the father was there begging him, please don't kill my boy.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the father does have a daughter, so, I mean, he has at least one
Yeah.
member of his children left alive.
But the ghoul did get to find out where Moldova is in episode 7 before he kills the kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
She's at the observatory
Yep.
In Los Angeles. Yeah.
in
Or
in,
in, what is
Hollywood
it?
Hills.
in Shady
Yeah. Shady.
Former Shady Sands
Shady
area.
Sands. Yeah.
Boy, that was quite the plot twist, huh?
Oh, good Lord, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh man, wonder what Vegas ending that was? Who blew up Shady Sands? Was it?
Yeah, everybody
Caesar's
was
Legion?
thinking. And then turns out, nope.
No, it was the dad.
It was her father.
It was
her
her
father.
dad. It was Lucy's
Who-
dad.
Her father.
Happened to have been from 200 years ago.
Yeah. He
Yep.
was actually
And
the
that's when we're-
assistant. Yeah.
And
That-
that's where you find out about Vault 31.
Right, and we find out exactly what Bud's Buds was. Because remember, when they were showing flashbacks, Bud kept mentioning a code name for his project, Bud's Buds. No one really knew what it was. He said, it's going to be the future of the wasteland. I'm over here sitting thinking, what is it, like fertilized embryos that are going to be frozen and just waiting to be,
Yeah.
injected into a woman? Nope.
Nope.
Full on people froze and then thawed out years and years later. And then, of course, it turns out that, the brain in the jar, I was kind of wondering, who's this? Who's the
Well,
brain
hold
on a Roomba?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's episode 8. You're jumping
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
You're jumping ahead. Because before that happens, the overseer finally tells everybody where they're
That's right.
going.
Each of the
In-
vaults.
episode 7.
Oh, right. Separating people.
Yeah,
from
separating
30
people to go
30
back into 32 from 33, but nobody is assigned to 31.
Right.
It's all 32 and 33. Chet says, "No, I don't want to know anything. I want to forget about everything that I found with you, Norm. Nope, but we're done."
and she announces the new overseer of 32,
Stephanie.
who also happened to be a former 31 resident.
Yeah. So, at the end though, Norm does go over to 31, but he just enters. That's all we see of
Right.
him.
He
at
tricked the
31.
overseer of 31, make him think that he was Betty.
He made that He made the overseer of 31 believe that Betty had been compromised.
Yep.
And now season 1, episode 8 can be discussed.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to jump the gun there.
Yeah, right.
What?
We didn't have to exactly go in order we finished, so it's all blended together now.
Exactly, that's the problem. Trying to remember
It's hard,
what
yeah,
happened
to
when.
remember
you know.
which episode.
He's going by synopsis.
Ah,
I watched it all. It was
We
very
did.
enjoyable.
Yeah, it was
yes.
still 5 out
For a
of
guy
5.
that doesn't really like video games, he enjoyed a series about a video game.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
4.9 still.
Oh wait, no, it went up. It was 4.5. Now it's 4.9.
No.
It's always been 4.9.
Well,
He has not moved.
again, shit's
He's not
gliding
moving
together.
from 4.9 the whole time.
All because of our playback having a little glitchy.
A little glitchy? Whew.
Hey, episode 8, I don't remember. No, wait, no. There was a
Yeah,
couple.
it was glitchy
Never mind.
too.
Should have
Okay.
watched it here.
I should have just watched it through my Xbox. Probably been no fucking glitches. But I was watching it through my TV.
Your rating?
Oh, still 5, naturally.
3 5s out of 5 on the table, 1 4.9.
So-
is
That's still pretty good.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Average is still 4.95.
Yep, checks out.
Okay.
Now we can discuss episode 8,
Yes.
correct?
Now we can discuss anything. It's open now.
Yes.
We haven't talked about 8 yet.
It's on the table now.
Okay. Episode 8. We finally know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
In a big, big way.
Holy hell, was that a big way.
The Brotherhood of Steel moves in
After Maximus goes
after
in-
Maximus gives them the fake head.
Right, and they were getting ready to execute his ass until he mentioned about the cold fusion or the possibility of some supreme ancient tech that could really help out the Brotherhood.
And then Dane talked the person in charge of the Brotherhood. That's her name is Dane.
Dane, yeah.
Oh yeah, Dane, yeah. Yeah, she finally explains that she self-inflicted her own. The one question everybody was asking since season 1 or episode 1, did she do it intentionally to herself? We
Yeah.
finally got the answer. Yes, she did. But you know, so the elder, he already knew. He goes, "I thank you for your honesty about that," and he just kind of brushed it off with that comment, which says he already knew you did that.
He was ready to execute Maximus though.
Yes.
But Maximus, I'm sorry, but Maximus almost needs to die as much as he fucked up.
He should have got a heavier penalty than just threatening to get executed.
They let him go back.
And then at the end of it, he becomes the hero.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just keeps falling into this like dishonesty thing.
Because he lied saying that
Yeah.
he brought the head.
Right. Which was a fake head that they instantly knew.
Yeah.
How they instantly knew that, I don't know.
Well, remember they had the scan of what the
Yeah,
doctor
what-
looked like.
Oh, right.
frame.
And what was
In this,
left of
yeah.
the... I mean,
And
no,
then
he
they took that
destroyed
scanner
most
down to
of
It
it.
was like, there's nothing in here.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
right. They were
the-
scanning for the thing, yeah.
Yeah, so, but then the Brotherhood of Steel destroys,
What was left of the Shady Sand settlement.
yes, and kills just about everybody before they get the head.
I think just the women and children that were non-combatants are the only ones that actually escaped out of there before the Brotherhood busted down the door. Seems out because Moldava pretty much had them evacuate out when
Yeah.
Well,
she knew that they were the Brotherhood was coming.
but then Moldaver finds they give Moldaver the thing in the doctor's neck,
Yep.
The cold fusion.
the cold fusion tablet.
Which was interesting when it circled around there and locked together, and you just read
Vault-Tec.
Vault-Tec.
Yeah, right? I was like, oh, look, Vault-Tec.
But she did mention she started the cold fusion project
Yes, she did.
back before the war, and Vault-Tec bought out to a company and shelved the project. Now I thought initially at that point, oh well, I guess she's maybe gonna, she seems to be alive 200 years later. Maybe she's gonna restart her research again and find whatever she can find from old files after the war. Nope, Vault-Tec continued on with the project since we saw that's what that guy would inject himself with was the main core ingredient needed for the cold fusion project to work.
And here's another fucked up thing. It's episode 8. Lucy finds her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy hell, that fucking that revelation. Oh
Yeah, when I
shit.
saw her, I don't know why I had this feeling. I was like, oh my God, that's probably her mother.
Yeah, I was like, I saw the necklace and I'm like, oh, that's her mom.
I didn't even notice the necklace at first till they did the zoom up on it, because I thought maybe the necklace. Every time they show flashback of the mother wearing a necklace, I thought maybe Lucy was now wearing it in memory of her mother. But I mean, I was wondering who the hell's the ghoul they have chained up. Mm-hmm. Is it like supposed to show, hey, this, to Hank, this is what you caused when you destroyed Shady Sands? Nope. He's just trying to show, this is your wife. This is what you did to your wife when you
And
blew it up.
the
All
da-
because he was following the doctor.
Her dad was an evil fucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that revelation that he was a real horrible person, especially for Lucy, you could just see it just broke
Yeah.
her.
Oh, it
Just
totally
broke
broke her.
everything that she knew, everything that she was working
It
for.
had to be done. Your mother stopped being your mother when she left the vault. What we're doing in the vaults has to be done for humanity. It's like blowing up an entire fucking settlement that was thriving at the time.
Yeah.
Right?
That had to be done for the vaults, right? Yeah. Okay, you
Because they
insane
didn't
son
want
of
to
a
lose
bitch.
money.
That was the thing. Yeah, they were still thinking like the fucking
they were still
pre-war,
thinking,
where they were going to rebuild and gain back all the money and prestige they had
Yeah.
before the war, not fully realizing the economy's gone. Everything is barter or caps. There is no actual paper money. There's no actual coin money. There's no real proper monetary value on anything. It's whatever the hell the seller feels like he wants to sell it at. Which is way back into the olden days of like Roman, all those other the ancient technology, ancient economics, is what we got reverted back to. But buds, they're still thinking it's pre-war because they were frozen before and they
Yep.
popped out and it's still the time.
And Hank, the man, he was a fan of Cooper.
He was a huge fan of him. He was like even stalking him, trying to get him to
Yeah.
sign his autograph, trying to talk to him over the phone. He was just,
Yeah, he was a stalker.
And Cooper recognized him immediately
he did.
Yeah, and
after shooting him in the face.
and Cooper's wife.
That was heartbreaking. She was,
Oh, she was the one that dropped that suggestion that answered the biggest question every Fallout fan has always
Who
had.
is going to set the bombs off? We are.
We'll drop them ourselves.
yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
We're going to guarantee
Because
it
he's over there
happens.
like, no, guys. He's over there listening on her Pip Boy. No, guys, come on. Then she starts talking. Goes, yeah, there you go, baby. Set him straight. Get
And-
this thing back on track. We're going to drop the bombs. And you just see he just got broke. I mean,
Yeah.
when Hank came in there to get the autograph, he was just couldn't move or anything.
Yeah,
he
he
was
was just
broken.
Yeah.
And he didn't even want to bug her.
Yeah, initially
But-
he didn't.
But the lady from
Moldaver.
Moldaver
was insistent. That
was insistent
you
that
don't
he,
know your wife.
yeah,
And originally he threw it away. Wasn't going to
Yep.
listen to it. Then, he decided to go back to the trash and pull. Or he first listened to it and then heard it and goes, "Oh, okay, interesting." Then threw it away. Like, I don't know what I'm even doing. Why am I listening? He's having conversations with my child. What am I doing? Well, let me go out there and enjoy it. And then later that night, something clicked with him. Then he went and got the device and decided I'm going to listen in from out in the car.
He watched the ad that he was in.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And Betty, the overseer of Vault 33.
Was
I
Bud-
knew the woman looked old, but good God.
Yeah, and as soon as they showed the secretary showing around and saying, "Yeah, Bud will be here soon," or it was his wife's secretary, "She'll be here soon." Then it says, "Thanks, Betty," and both me and him were like, "Wait, what? That's Betty?"
Yeah,
Just how they're all.
they're all interconnected.
Yeah.
Yep.
But for Vault Tech to be able to have nuclear bombs,
Well, they were, because of their contracts with the U.S. government, they were able to go and create back doors into all the control programs for the nuclear technology. That's my theory on how they did it. And with how prominent and, well, the fact that, well, not only were they extremely prominent, I mean, they had deals with Robco, they had deals with West Tech,
Yeah.
they had deals with,
they owned all of them.
no, they were, it was,
No, they had bought the companies and
oh,
just-
that's right, yeah, by the end they did own everything. Well, no, not Rob, did they buy Robco? Or is it just a joint merger?
It was a merger.
Oh yeah, it was a merger. So technically, House still controlled it. But that's another thing. A lot of people were wondering during Fallout New Vegas when Mr. House said, "I knew the bombs were going to drop, so I did everything I could to protect Vegas." Well, how? You were just the CEO of Robco that was being bought out and merged with Vaultec. I mean, how could you know? The show answered it. He was at the meeting where they said, "We're going to drop the bombs." That's how he knew to set up all the defenses and everything.
Which one owned the casinos in Vegas? Was that Robco?
Mr. House.
That was
Mr. House, okay.
yeah.
But then we get into Marvin actually going into the vault.
Oh, Norm.
Norm. Where'd I get Marvin from?
He kind of looks like
That
Marvin
is
the
a name.
Martian.
Yeah, that's kind of a name from that.
But Norm walks into Vault 31,
And
and it's a brain on a freaking Roomba.
It's over there incoherently talking to
Yeah.
itself. He's just kind of looking at it going,
brain
the
on.
fuck
Brain
is
on a
this?
Roomba.
It's funny. We had the subtitles on it. Literally said "brain on a Roomba."
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
joke. Me and I'm like, brain on a Roomba. That's fucking hilarious.
And he lifts it up and, "Oh, Betty, I'm so glad you helped me out there." And,
You're not Betty.
"Oh, well, you know too much." And he pulls out strings.
Yeah, he pulls
I gotta
out-
inject you with this.
Yeah,
No hard feelings. And he misses him.
Just stay still.
shit. Hold on, just hold still.
Hold
Just starts walking away. Goes, "No, don't go over there. Don't go over there. Come back
Oh,
here."
you went in there. now you know. I want to find out too. You can't, you're not gonna find out. Now you're gonna find out.
Now you're going to find out. Now I got to try to kill you.
I'm
somehow.
coming. I'm coming.
Didn't he run into a wall, though, and couldn't go anywhere
Yeah.
else? So, was the brain for the West Tech executive owner, or the West Tech owner? Or
No. He was a Vault-Tech
He was the guy that kept.
executive that was coming up with some projects, and one of them was Bud's Buds. He was Bud in charge of the project Bud's Buds,
Buds.
but never really explained back in the pre-war.
The brain guy
What
is
it
the one
was.
that kept bothering the cowboy. Or,
And he's also the one that
Oh,
kept,
hey,
yeah.
hey, I know, like he kept bugging him over and over. Like he
Yeah,
kept running to him at the party, ran into him at the.
Yeah, and wants to
after
discuss
shoot.
about the Buds and bringing Cooper into Vault-Tech. He kept trying to bring him more, like, "Come join your wife at our company. We would love to have you. I mean, you're definitely the greatest spokesman we've had so far." That was an interesting comment.
the cat came in and slapped me. Hey,
Oh,
Yo,
come here. You went up here. Come on. Come on. Ow.
that's probably why they didn't want animals in the vault. Just kidding.
Yeah, somehow we ended up getting some in there, and they survived.
and that was another trigger for the ghoul.
Yeah, because she was
No
adamant,
dogs
no
allowed.
dogs, and
No
you know he
dogs
had
allowed.
Roosevelt, that dog, and
Uh-huh.
he was like, "Oh, the daughter's just gonna take it so hard when she can't take him."
Yeah. Well, why can't we take dogs? It's just a policy. There's just no dogs.
I think that's what triggered him wanting to listen in on her, because he's like, "Who's making these rules? Who's
Yeah, he's
doing
like,
all this?"
Who's
yeah.
Yeah.
who's driving?
And then
this
why
ship?
is it so definite that this is going to happen? So I think that's what triggered him to listen.
But he had to go back into Vault Tech
Yep.
to be able to listen because her Pip Boy was being blocked by the building.
Yeah, he didn't realize that there not only was there a distance, but also potentially something in the building could block the signals.
Yeah.
So that's when he went and said he was going to visit his wife and wait in her office for when she's done with her meeting. So he knew he was going to be close enough in the building, hopefully close enough to where a meeting is to where it would work. Which
And then he runs into Hank for the first time.
after he's already heartbroken and everything, and then here's Hank. "Oh, I'd love to get your autograph. Would you mind if I get your autograph?" It's like, do
Stalker.
you not know how to go and read the room, Hank? I mean, you're as bad as fucking Bud.
And they give Hank the authority to run a vault.
But I do like what he had, but I'm hoping that they do explain more about what happened to Coop's family.
Yeah.
Because when we saw it the very first episode, he had his daughter with him and he was running on the horseback, presumably to a vault. So why did he just like forget what vault he brought her to?
Well,
Or did he bring her to her mother, who then took her
That's
to a
what I
different
was
vault?
thinking. Like he must
Because
have
he
taken
asked
the mother.
Hank,
Yeah.
well, where the fuck is my family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you had your daughter before when the bombs first fell, so you should know what vault she was in, so you should have found her already.
And then I was thinking the same thing. If the mother was so involved in this, wouldn't she have known that the bombs were going to go off
Wasn't
that
she
day,
get-
and she would have had the daughter? Because it seemed
Right,
like they
why
had
was
already
she still
split
with
up.
Cooper?
Yeah.
I wonder if she's in Vault 31,
Well, there was quite a few of those
Yeah.
pods in there, so you never know.
Frozen.
Frozen.
That's what I was thinking.
They
too.
might be
Like,
in
I was like, they
31,
might
yeah.
be in there.
Yep.
But that was quite a ways away from the house that they were at, wasn't it?
Well, currents. It's hard to tell.
True.
I mean, he was at a house up in the hills, and it looked like the entrance to 33 was over by the beach. But we don't know where the actual entrance to 31 is, or the
Exactly,
entrance to
yeah.
outside entrance to 32 is located.
Mm-hmm.
Because the vaults are huge, so you don't know how far away they are or where they're at. I mean, he could have brought her to 31, and over the course of time, the entrance disappeared somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It got damaged or destroyed or who knows what, and maybe he just forgot what the number was.
Yeah.
Which is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Although when he asked that question, though, you saw Hank's face. He knew.
Yeah, he knew where they were.
He knew the answer to it, and that's the reason why he immediately took off and
Mhm,
you know,
He like just bailed. Yeah.
He was
Bailed.
chicken shit.
I mean, if he didn't know, he would have gone and said, "I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't
he
know that
fucking
much."
knew.
But he knew the answer that Coop wanted to know.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why he just bailed.
Just bailed. But yeah. That was pretty.
Yeah. The show was amazing, and then the ending. You want to go meet your makers, and you'll come with me.
Yeah, and then she pulls out, she grabs Maximus's gun and points it. And at first everybody's thinking, oh, she's pointing at Coop. Who happens, you know, he's not even looking back. He's just waiting. And then you hear the gunfire. You know, and then everybody's, and I myself, I was thinking, oh, she just shot Coop. Coop laid his guard down around her. But then then they show him again, still standing, and he turns
She
and
shot her
looks.
mom.
Blew her, yep, shot her mother in the head.
Yep.
Put her out of her misery.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
And Moldover finally came back.
Yeah, and they were friends. The mother and her.
Yeah. But she gets the cold fusion
Yep, she-
up and going. And all of a sudden, all the lights and shady sands,
Formerly,
formerly Los Angeles or whatever,
Lit
all
up.
lit up.
Yeah, because she'd already had all that stuff, the entire original power grid all hooked up to the observatory, just waiting for this little pill. The final thing that Vaultec finished, which was the last bit of... She said she was almost done with the research. So Vaultec was able to finish her research. She had everything else all set. All she needed was that little pill to put in there, charge up, and then hit the button to activate it, which she did with her final breaths.
And then she like goes over to Rose, or Lucy's, and we did it.
Yep. Sits
And then-
down there, grabs her hand, and I think she was talking with Maximus at
Yeah,
the time.
Maximus was
Yeah, because
there.
Lucy had already left
Yeah.
with Coop, and Maximus finally woke up again. That poor bastard gets knocked
Yeah,
around and
his-
knocked out so
Her
many damn
father
times.
knocked him out. Yeah.
Yeah, he wakes up and he sees the stuff, sees her activating. He's literally getting ready to shoot her, and then notices that she's bleeding out. And never mind. What the hell did she say to him? I know she said something to him, but I can't remember.
Oh, she does.
I think she was asking what you're going to do with this technology now that you guys have it, or some shit. I don't remember. She started making a speech like she always does. I just don't remember what the hell it was. Do you?
No.
Wasn't that important, apparently.
Just what? I think.
Yeah, and then
you're right,
she
just what they
then
could do with
she
it.
grabs Rose's dead hand, and then she dies. And then in come the Brotherhood. They look around, and
I see Maximus standing there.
yeah, Dane goes over, grabs his arm, raises up. Let's all hear for Maximus.
Because they thought he killed Moldover.
Yeah, the killer, the hero, and he's over there. No.
No.
Finally, he decided, I'm going to be honest. The one time he's honest, and he can barely get his voice above a whisper. When
But he
wants to
still
lie-
came out the hero somehow.
Well, I mean, he was trying to say, no,
I
it
did,
wasn't
yeah.
me, but everybody was just shouting, Maximus,
Oh,
Maximus.
Maximus. Night Maximus, Night Maximus, something like that.
Yeah. Which he was demoted back down to a squire, but...
The night.
More than but I...
Well, he was never promoted to knight anyway.
True, he just took over.
Well, they were like, "We are knighting Maximus," and then we
But-
start just chanting.
The emperor or the elder did go and say, you know, once we find the great power, I would like you there with me as a knight.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the other reason why they were celebrating him as a knight. Not to mention a lot of time. I mean, Arthur Maxim, when he was a squire, he did something great and saved a whole bunch of lives. He got promoted straight to a knight. Remember? That's the reason why he became an elder at a young age, was he was fast tracked through the thing. So it's the same thing. It was kind of like a mirror of Maximus was mirroring Arthur Maxim.
But then at the very end scene, we think we figured out where season 2 is going to be held.
Oh yes, with Hank in that stolen power armor.
Heading for New Vegas.
Yep.
Yes. I think
And-
that's where season 2 is going.
And now we get to know who's in charge. Is it the NCR? Is it the Legion? Or is it Yes Man and the Courier?
Well, the Legion has not even been mentioned yet.
That is true. So more than likely, we could probably rule out the Legion ending of Fallout New Vegas, since they never got a mention at all yet. And also, Caesar did say after they defeat, Hoover Dam, they're going to take over Vegas, then move on to West and take out NCR.
But look how weak the NCR was in Cali. Look how fast Brotherhood took them. Like, they were weak.
Which is weird because they were strong against the Brotherhood during New Vegas time. And then only like 20 years later, after Hank blew up Shady Sands, completely destabilized the NCR.
And there was mention of the courier.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
Must miss that.
The one girl was like, my mom was, or someone with the courier or some shit. I don't remember what episode that was.
Huh.
So there was mention of
The Courier.
the
yeah.
courier.
But, yeah. So, we know they're going to New Vegas, and since
we think they're going to New Vegas.
Hank went to New Vegas,
Yeah.
and
But that
Cooper's
doesn't-
after Hank.
Okay, we're talking Fallout and Bethesda.
But he's definitely going to New Vegas. Don't know how much involvement we're going to get of New Vegas.
Yeah, we might not even go and touch on him and Lucy. We might see Lucy and Cooper following his trail still in California. We may not even go and see Hank interacting at all in Vegas until well halfway into the season.
Yeah.
They may go ahead and backtrack back and discuss more about what's going on in 31, 32, and 33.
They left the door wide open for
Just about anything.
Killer
Because
second
Bud
season.
Bud went and hooked himself to his little power station there in the room and sealed the doors of the cryopod area.
Yep.
And told Norm, "You're gonna be here for quite a while now that you know all this.
Might as well go to sleep.
If you
Yeah.
don't want to die, might as well go hop in your father's pod and
Yep.
take a nap."
You start walking towards that, and
And that did explain too when they were first showing it, how they were showing the different names of that was already awake. Lewis actually caught it and I missed it. It did actually show when it said Moldaver. I don't know how the hell this anti-Vault Tech girl got into that vault, but somehow she did. Because I was like, oh, so maybe she was in. He goes, yeah, didn't you see the pod? I was like, no.
that's right.
Missed that
Yeah.
To
scene.
rewatch that. 'Cause I didn't catch
Yeah, he caught it. I don't know how. I thought I was paying close enough attention. Nope.
it. To rewatch that one.
yeah.
So
now
kudos
we-
to Lewis for that.
Now we
catch.
can rewatch the series, look for Easter eggs, maybe little tells and clues of where we're gonna go.
Oh, in season 2, we may even go find out Thaddeus' fate. Whether he
Yeah,
actually
what
turns
happens
into a
to him.
ghoul or a super mutant.
Maybe teams up with the ghoul.
He might team up with Lucy and the ghoul, yeah.
Doors wide open, so I think the writers are gonna have a heyday
Yeah.
of where they can take this and keep the lore and kind of tie. I like the subtle mentions of every Fallout game throughout the series, like just little touches.
Yeah,
like
the Shady Sands from 1 and 2.
Shady Sands.
That was nice.
You find dog meat at Rod Rocket.
Yeah,
That was a
that was
clear cut.
awesome.
That was a clear cut Fallout 4 because that's like one of the most memorable. Like, oh, hey boy.
It's one of the reasons why a lot of people will avoid that part of the road when they go to Concord, is if they don't want to get dog meat, they will hop
they go.
around the Red Rocket through the woods and area.
My question is, why do you don't want dog meat?
Well, I don't know on that one. I mean, just grab dog meat, have him a companion, and then, go ahead and dismiss him and send him back to Sanctuary. That's all you got to do. It takes like 2 seconds to get through his dialogue. maybe 3 if you're a little slow. It's not that hard. Then you just talk
Like
to him
you.
again and piss off. But yeah, I mean, so there's lots of possibilities for season 2. We get to see what New Vegas looks like now. We may get to find out who's in charge. Oh, there's also the house ending. I forgot about the house ending where you actually keep Mr. House alive. Sorry, I forgot. There was 4 endings to Vegas. The Chronicle is NCR, there's Caesars, Yes Man, and then there's actual house. I forgot about those. I forgot there's 4. And since there's really been no mention of Caesar, and he said after the Hoover Dam and Vegas, he was moving on into California, but we don't see him. I think we can go ahead and rule out that one. So we're still at 3. It's either Yes Man with the Courier, Mr. House is still alive and kicking, ish, or the NCR took it over and now it's a lawless place because NCR can no longer control nothing since they got their headquarters completely destroyed.
It's gonna be fun. So before we wrap this one up, I want to go around the table and everyone. Who's your favorite character so far in the show? Starting with Lewis.
My favorite character would have probably been the ghoul.
Jason.
I gotta go with Maximus. He has so many comedic lines. I can't help it, man. I mean,
So you like the liar and the thief? And
oh hell no, I hate that part about him. I hate that part about him, but his wide-eyed nativity
Yeah.
to some things, especially when he got exposed to the vault. I did enjoy that. It did feel realistic of someone who lived in the waste and all the hardships. Now all of a sudden they're brought into paradise.
Yeah.
Anybody would have turned into a little fucking goo goo gaga baby and just goo goo gaga baby. Ooh, yeah, you know. Anybody would have done that after all the harsh realities.
Yeah.
You know, getting a nice warm shower, clean smelling soap, soft clothes. You would have totally turned into just a little. I want to be a pampered little baby. Everybody would have done that. That's what I liked, you know. And I do like the fact that he did attempt, at the end, finally reveal the truth.
Yeah,
He didn't
he
try to
did.
hide behind any lies. He, you know, after the near execution, he did explain, you know, about everything. He did own up and take responsibility, and he was spared, mostly because Dane stood up for him, as well as he was being honest and everything. And then when he got knocked the fuck out, and everybody was turning him as hero, he did attempt to tell him, "No, it was not me. I was knocked the fuck out. Someone else went and did this. It wasn't me." So he did try to redeem himself
He
at the
did.
end,
Yeah.
which is the reason why I like him.
Yeah. And then
All right. I think I know Steph's
I
favorite
bet you she's
character.
gonna surprise you.
no, I did like the ghoul a lot, though. I did.
She's crushing hard on the ghoul.
It's the voice, isn't it?
It's it honestly is the voice.
I thought maybe it was a missing nose.
Because
She likes him as an actor too. Not
I
just
do.
as the
I
ghoul.
always have. So that's why I was so excited the first episode when I saw him. You know.
But it was a really well
But
done
no, yeah.
character.
I did like Lucy too because you see how naive she was and how she's, you know, such a good person and wants to do good, and then you see her progress and realize like,
How fucked up the wasteland is.
no, it's not cupcakes and rainbows.
Mm-hmm.
And what about you?
It's a toss up between Lucy and the ghoul for me. But since we got 2 ghouls on the table, brother, I'll go with Lucy.
But I liked his character development.
I
too,
did.
because you see.
I think
him.
all the character development was really well done.
really good. Yeah.
Well, the only one I didn't really like the character development on was Lucy. She was still a goody two shoes the entire time.
Well, I think that was part of the. I think that was by choice. I think
I think that was more still the brainwashing.
Yeah.
brainwashing.
she's just
I think that's what the
so-
experiment was
Brainwashing.
brainwashing other people to think like
they did,
pre-war.
Yeah.
I think that,
Everything's safe. Everything is, you know.
I like I said, I think I'll go with Lucy, but also because the brainwashing, the naive Walt, and by the end she's like points the gun at her dad. You're like,
Yeah, that's like
Okay,
she's like,
so
no,
now
it's you.
she's-
Oh.
But then she takes out her ghoul mom.
She gave a mercy
that was a
killing.
That's
mercy,
a mercy
killing.
killing.
That was a mercy killing. Like no
Similar
one,
to what
yeah.
Cooper had done with that other ghoul
Yeah, they've
who was
just-
out of the medication
Roger.
There's
and was
nothing
right,
left.
Roger.
Yep.
He was about to turn feral, so he brought, he
And
told
she
him.
witnessed that. So
Yeah. And she
Also,
saw
she'd
that,
already
yeah.
done another mercy killing previously on someone
on
who
that one.
seemed like they were borderline. That one woman.
That
at
one, that's the
Supermart.
supermarket, yeah.
Yeah. She was trying to talk her back into being normal, but then she ended up having, kill her because
I think that was kind
She's
of the
too
hard
far gone.
lesson.
she knew.
She
by
had to
that
go
point,
from
she knew.
brainwashed Vault-Tec, naive Vault girl to the Wasteland's fucked up.
Yeah, especially when she found out what her father did
And-
to the
Yeah.
wasteland.
Just everything she was brought up was a lie,
Yep.
and
It's a
evil.
dog eat
an
dog
evil
world out
lie,
here.
Yeah.
It just broke her.
Yeah, it did. I think all the characters are really well done, though.
I think there's still some room for explanation with Coop, though.
I think they're gonna go more.
Yeah, what happened?
still don't know
that
what
We
little
know
time
that
frame, yeah.
he was heartbroken at what his wife said, but how did he turn into the full blown damn near full blown bad guy?
Yeah.
he became 200 years later. I mean,
Well,
know
we
that he
still
originally
don't know
always
what happened
portrayed-
after the birthday party.
That's we
Or
don't know
how he
what-
got up there. He was there for
What
what is it? What do you say?
They said alimony because they're
Alimony.
like, what got Coop doing birthday parties?
He went
they're
from
like,
being an
alimony.
actor
so we
to
know
birthday
they
parties.
divorced. We
Right.
know they go their separate ways. So did he bring her the daughter? They go in the vault and kick him out, and he wake.
Or did he meet up with the
like,
wife
exactly,
Summers,
like,
who then
what
took her
happened?
to the thing because he knew he wasn't going to be
Yeah.
allowed in that vault anymore?
So it's like what
Right.
what
That
happened? That's
that
gonna
part
be a
of his
good.
character arc still needs to explain. I mean, we know that towards the end of his film career, they wanted him instead of just a full-on blown white tunic goody two shoes. They wanted his characters to be more realistic and more down to earth. There's going to come a point where no matter how good and virtuous you are, you're going to be pushed to the point where you're going to have to do something atrocious. Like his characters never used to shoot anyone in the head.
Exactly. Yeah.
In fact, usually they almost tried never to kill anybody except maybe accidentally. Because he even said, just
Like,
shooting
do I
him in
have
the
to
head
do
when
this?
he's unarmed, it doesn't feel right. Because his characters never did that.
Yeah.
They wanted to say, hey, this guy is pure evil. You're still good, but you got to put him down. There's no redeeming him. So that's the reason why you got to execute him with a headshot. Because there's no redeeming. And so, 200 years later, after he's ghoulified, he's still got that, I've got to do evil deeds in order to.
Yeah, what changed his
Yeah,
mindset?
it's
to
like
be-
originally it was my character had to do evil to be good
Yeah.
because there was some acceptable evil. Now all of a sudden it's just like I'm just going to do what the fuck I want. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if it's evil or good. If it's got to be done, I'm doing it. So where did that mindset come from?
Yeah.
What happened to him in his 200 years? And why the hell was he buried in a coffin in
Yeah.
a graveyard?
Yeah.
But they would bring him back every once in a while
Right, why were they doing that? Why would they go and occasionally
to
dig him
torture
up?
him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They explained that part. That's right. And as well as to send him out on missions to go take care of things.
Yeah. But it was also for torture.
Yeah.
This time was for a bounty originally. Then it turned into a bigger mission.
Well, I mean, that was the final time when the three bounty hunters got permission from the Don to dig him up and use him. But the Don's the one that controlled him. And they did mention about the torture and everything, but also the Don knew how good of a bounty hunter this guy was. So more than likely, he would dig him up whenever he needs a bounty, go and collect it and whatnot. Also, there was other people around that knew who he was. I mean, the government, the president of the government,
Yeah.
he knew who Coop was. Coop knew who he was.
Yep.
We all knew that was Boss Hogg, but they didn't even try to sugarcoat that with a name. But the name they gave him, they didn't even try to sugarcoat the reference at all.
Especially when it comes to his eating. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he was sitting there the whole time eating, just like Boss Hogg would do. He'd be over there going, planning his robbery, all his evilness, and sitting there chowing down.
So I applaud season 1.
Yes.
Was not disappointing because we all remember before the show started. Well, I hope they don't fuck up the lore and
Yeah.
how every video game. So they exceeded my expectations. I think all of us here. I
Yep.
think it
Yep.
stayed number 1 on Amazon for a while, but now we're at number 2.
Oh, who took over the number 1?
I'm not sure. That's how good.
If you're
number
gonna
one-
say the thing went and dropped in the range, you gotta say you gotta know who the hell beat it.
It's
not
been
sure.
out. They released everything in April.
Yeah, it has been out. for a few
Everybody
months.
watched everything at one time, so that would make that ratings go high.
initially, and then it
initially.
would drop off. Yeah.
And then it drops off when Amazon either releases a new show or somebody finds something else to watch.
True.
Yeah.
Very true on that. Yes.
But the most watched series on Prime falls to Fallout.
Well, that's because
Even kicking some Netflix records too.
Netflix hasn't put anything out new lately.
I think sometime earlier this year they put something out new.
65 million viewers in the first 16 days.
Yeah. Everybody was excited. I mean, they couldn't
Yeah,
get a
I
Fallout video game, but hey, they were getting a TV
Yeah.
show.
They were
Making
getting
it
a show.
second.
And this was what, 3
To
or
Lord
4
of the
years in
Rings.
the making?
That's
Make-
one show I
Damn.
could never watch is Lord of the Rings. It sucks.
Outer Range is number one right
Yeah.
Outer Range.
If you think that the regular version sucks, watch the extended. It's even more boring.
No.
That's
One extra
that's
boring?
the bad part.
Here's the thing about the Lord of the Rings. It was only 3 little books.
Look at
that-
my
that-
ass. They were like this fucking
They're
thick.
very big. Yeah.
That's still little for when you're trying to make a movie.
Oh, yeah, good point. I mean, I don't know. They've made
They
better
just could
movies
have
with
come
less.
to Tucson and thrown the ring in the desert and it would have been suffice.
Exactly.
End of story. There you go. The ring's taken care of. Some fucking snake swallowed it, melting.
Or they could have just had Legolas shoot a damn arrow, made it all the way over to fucking Mordor. And then, I mean, do you remember how good of a archer Legolas was? I mean, he'd over there just not even look and just be over there
Yeah.
headshotting everybody. Literally, tie the fucking ring onto one of his arrows. Say, Legolas, that's the direction of it. Shoot. He,
Right.
right
The
over
end.
into the thing, ends it.
The end.
Or better yet, why the hell didn't the damn chief elf, Elrond, when he first told the Isildur, hey, throw it in the fire, and the guy said, no, I would have gone and done this. Okay, grab him, toss him in with it. Destroyed. You grabbed him, you threw him and the ring in, the ring gets destroyed, war's over. Yeah, they got to find a new king, but who the fuck cares? Let's move on. I'm sure he probably had a kid. We know he had a kid because Aragorn came along later,
Yeah.
but you know, it's okay. He had a kid. We just had the grandson take over from the king's spot. No problem. I can deal with that. No, instead, he just stood there yelling as the human, clearly by now possessed, walks out. It was too many consistencies that made no damn sense.
And that's why we talk about Fallout.
And season
Because
2.
that also has too many consistencies that don't make any sense. That's our comparison, folks.
Season 2 will not be out until at least March of 2026.
Bullshit. Although, isn't that around the same time when the fucking game is projected to be out?
That's
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that was 2030 now. Never mind.
2035 for
Oh,
new Fallout.
2035.
Oh, that jumped
It
another
just
5
keeps
fucking
getting-
years.
They got to finish Skyrim 6 or Elder Scrolls 6. And
But
then they start Fallout. But there's also rumor that now they're going to try to push Fallout faster now.
They need to, yeah.
Well, they put out a fucking update that completely destroyed the modding community.
Hey, so we got a next gen upgrade. Cool. What does it do? Can't play this.
You can't play any mods on the update.
That's
But you know
they
what?
were saying,
In
yeah.
in fairness, they did warn your mods are gonna just fucking appear. Because
For all the ones on a new generation one. But when people ask, what about the old generation?
They didn't know.
They don't know. They're like, well, with the older box, may not work. We're not sure. I can tell you this from experience.
I've played it
They
once since
broke.
the upgrade, and I was a vanilla.
I'm surprised they haven't pushed out
Same.
another online Fallout. Like
Because I don't
76.
think they right now are in a time to try to do another 76 release. That would probably shut
I
Bethesda
believe
down.
Todd Howard actually had released that they were not going to, after the poor sales and reception of 76, they were not going to do that again.
No.
Which
Not-
is, and Starfield's not, that's offline, right? That's not online only? Starfield?
Yeah, I think it's offline.
Yeah. See,
What is that?
and that was the next one in line. I think originally it was also going to be, similar to 76, where it was going to be online, all the players. But after the piss poor reception, that's the reason why I remember Starfield got kind of pushed back from its
Yeah.
initial release date. They had to re-engineer it and take it out of the online only and put it back into the normal slot. Like, yeah, people hate online only. So, okay, back to a normal game. Here we go. And yet, Star Trek Online. Similar setup as 76, but people love the hell out of that game.
Okay, now we're getting off topic.
Yep.
I'm just comparing the game to other games. That's
Now we're getting off topic.
But we are. All right, we
Okay.
should wrap this thing up.
All right, guys. Well, that was a fun series. Very much a fan of the new Fallout show. Thank God they didn't obliviate it. I think Bethesda obliviated it worse with 76.
I haven't played 76.
Lucky.
I haven't played it in forever.
I gave it 10 minutes and went, not for me.
No, I get
I
a
would
little
have
more
tried.
than
Then
that.
again-
I would have done a little more than 10 minutes.
Well, it's because
I
they
would
had no
try for a little
NPCs.
bit.
I'm like,
Oh,
am I
okay.
getting all my missions from terminals? This is stupid. I haven't really played it since they put the NPCs back, so I have to
At least
revisit.
try it. You know. I mean, granted, when you first go to the responders, yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. It's been so long in all the different updates. I don't know. I think the responders area is still just terminals where you do your little tutorial things of helping them around the Air Force Base and kill off the Scorch. But now I think that's the only part that's that. But anyways,
Here's the Fallout series. We did it.
yes.
Thanks for listening to Diamond City Podcast. Stay safe out there. This is Drew.
This is Jason.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lewis.
Save your stem packs. We'll see you next episode.